NFT is going to be massive in the future, and this is just the beginning, an early beginning of NFT. Let me give you a couple examples of what is going on around the world right now. In China, there's a company called Taobao, which is a giant e-commerce. It's kind of similar like to Amazon in the United States, and the parent of Taobao is Alibaba. So within the last few days, Taobao have a marketplace. It's called the marketplace for NFT. So the people like you and I, we can, let's say, if we live in China, we can post our NFT item. We can create our artwork and we can post it there, and people can buy in China, for example. Now, this guy who is an artist, he not just post his digital NFT there, but he created something that's called virtual real estate NFT. So what is a virtual NFT, Jimmy? So think of it like outside we have building, we have apartment, we have houses, right? But now you convert all those kind of things into the virtual world, into the NFT, into the game, you know, into the online world. So this guy who is an artist, his name is Han, and what he do is he want to build affordable housing, like build big building apartment to create affordable housing for family, for the people that can afford his apartment, his house, you know, his building, for example. So he created those particular virtual world of digital land, digital real estate. And guess what happened? And he sell those kind of things, and people buy into those things. It's kind of crazy. Like, how in the world would you imagine that people would buy digital land in the game, you know, in the online world? But the thing is, people buy digital land because why? Maybe in real life they cannot afford the real land. Maybe in real life people they cannot maybe in real life people they cannot like visualize or can take that land and do something is beyond. But in the game, in the virtual world, they can create a different universe. They can create like a different world for different people. Like, for example, like they may take that land and they can do so many different, like ninja, they can do so many different cool things inside that land. But the idea in here, people actually buy this digital land and they buy it like crazy. So take a look at this one right here. The artwork were available to buy only in Taobao right now in China, okay? And all of them include 300 virtual apartments. So they have 300 virtual apartments, okay? So imagine you live in like a real apartment right now, but this is a virtual apartment. So if you ever play the game, right, it's like you go into a virtual world and you can build your own like house, you can build your own apartment, and now you have the apartment, and now you want to sell it to someone else in that game, and people actually buying it. And that's crazy, but that is the reality. So on Taobao, they have over 300 virtual apartments, 10 house, 350 parking space in this city that they built. Is called Torch City, and it's all sold out. Crazy, it's sold out. When purchasers brought the virtual real estate in Taobao, which is on the platform of the e-commerce, they receive a print property ownership certificate in the virtual city, a QR code that leads to the new platform so they can check. But anyway, the idea in here is user like me and you, we can go inside that game and we can purchase, we can pay the money and purchase the virtual land, the virtual apartment, the virtual building, and we pay the money, and people buying those kind of things is sold out. And after you buy, you can literally sell that land. You can sell the apartment, you can sell the building to other people, and people actually buy inside that game. So it's kind of like in real life, you flip house, you flip building, and people buying it. And now it's open to a new universe. It's open to a new new revolution idea of real estate. I really think in the future it's not gonna be really about like flipping house, you know, flipping land, thing like that. But I think the future where it's headed is flipping NFT, is flipping digital collectible item, is flipping like is flipping digital land. Is flipping like digital virtual real estate. I think that's where the future is. And the perfect example is you can see right here. It's already happened in China already. right now. See this festival, and people actually buying it. And down the road, I will talk more about metaverse. Metaverse, like you go into a universe, you go into a world. It looks so real, right? You can see the land, you can see the collectible item, you can see so many different things. It's like the real world, but you can do way beyond. You can feel, you can touch. It's so real, okay? And let's talk about those kind of things later on. But NFT is huge right now in it start rolling right now in China, and it start rolling already all around the world already. But it's just the beginning. Last time you see, like, people purchase a picture of Dogecoin for like millions of dollars. People purchase some sort of NFT picture from an artist for like over 200 or 300 million. That's crazy. It's insane. Okay, now let's take a look at this one right here. You can see. So beside that story, let me share with you another story. Bidding for a studio apartment in Ukraine start $20,000. People, they are a bit crazy for this apartment for $20,000. And actually, guess what happened? They are 43 bit, okay, and the property sold for $93,000. So they put a $20,000 apartment of NFT online, and people paid $93,000 for that apartment. This is insane, and this is not even a real apartment. Wow. Virtual real estate. This is virtual real estate, man. I think this is gonna go. This is gonna be big right here. So you already see the idea that I mentioned right here already. That in China, the NFT start rolling, and right now all around the world, the NFT. Even Jay-Z jumped into the NFT as well. Now let me show it to you another thing. So you guys already see, like, NFT is start rolling in China, right? For the digital land. What about company? What about brand? What do they do with NFT? NFT, it could work in anything. It can work in like digital collectible item. It can work in videos. It can work in audio. And now guess what happened? Brand name like Dogecoin. I hope I say it correctly. It's DNG. So DNG, they have high fashion item. They have high fashion collectible item, right? And guess what happened? They turned that into NFT. And it worked, like they turned it into NFT, it worked, and they start to roll out big onto NFT. And look at all these big brands. They jump into the crypto space, they jump to the NFT space. Brand like Top, Warner Bros, okay, UFC, right? UFC, DeLorean Motor Company, even Playboy, they been put into the NFT. MLB, Time, USA Today. All this guy right here, they start to enter into the NFT industry. And of course, right now, I want to let you guys know, NFT has not go to the mainstream yet. Ordinary user like you and I, like a lot of people, they still cannot envision how in the world the NFT, the people that actually buy digital land, how in the world that the actual building, the actual apartment in real life, that can convert into the virtual world, and people actually pay money for it. Okay, people, they cannot imagine that. They cannot even imagine how metaverse look and feel like in the NFT space, in the digital world space. So the mainstream, the ordinary people, they cannot experience, they cannot really use daily. So think of it like back then, when we talking about like the internet, like for example, would you imagine in a million years that how can you able to go onto social media and chat with your friend through Facebook, and even go FaceTime face to face with your friend and family when you're not even there, like when you in a different state, you in a different country? How can you see that face? You cannot imagine the internet can do that thing to you, and you would not imagine in a million years that the internet allow you to shop in online instead of go to the mall to shop. So think of NFT today, like you would not imagine, like how in the world people buy digital land. Like, why don't they buy the actual land? Why don't they buy the actual house apartment, but they buy the digital land? Why would people even buy like NFT digital collectible item where they can buy physical item? It just doesn't make sense, right? But whether you understand it or not, but that is where the world is heading. It's kind of like whether you understand the internet existed or not, the internet is going to be there. the internet is going to be massive, right? So that's the same exactly what happened to NFT right now. You have two choices. It's either you ignore, you fear, you stay on the sideline, you say, you know what, man, NFT is suck, it's crappy, it's not going to go anywhere. Or you jump into the game and you understand more and research more about NFT and understand where the future is headed. One thing I know for a fact, that the internet is here to stay, right? The computer is here to stay, and it's kind of like cryptocurrency, and NFT, in my personal opinion, is here to stay. And the question in here is, how soon are you going to jump in and capitalize on this massive tsunami? So that is just my take for you. And the last thing I want to mention in here, look at this thing right here. NFT market hit $1.5 billion. That this company is called OpenSea, that allowed the people to collect and sell NFT. And this is an NFT marketplace. It's called OpenSea. And right now, the company just launched. And the company is already valued at $1.5 billion. Why? Because it's high demand, it's hot, and people want it. And it proved that NFT in the past like 1 year, it processed over billion and billion of dollars. So the question in here is, brand already jump in. Even Jay-Z start jumping already. And look at all this thing right here. Even digital land people start buying all around the world. In US, in China already. And this is crazy. This is, all I can say, this is crazy. But anyway, guy, good luck. This is my share of NFT, where the future is really heading. Good luck, guy. And always invest like a genius.